Guys, welcome back to a new video. Run for Active X. You can call me Rax. As you can see, I'm in here with another interesting topic. I was forced by my mind, unease, unsettled overall. Just want to get this story out, and I have to play my own part in it. Hope I could shed some light on some this most unnerving topic that we are ruffling so far for the past weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, all over the world. My heart goes to the families, George, Floyd. Now, just want to say, if you haven't yet been enjoying the family, just give it some minute, 2 minutes more, genuine. I even watch out the full video. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you should talk about it, because I have some very, very more interesting topic that I have been personally snooping around, going to places, going to hospitals. You don't want to miss that. Definitely not. I'm just waiting on the time. And I just want to say, so far I'm going to the 200 mark. Thanks to all my subscribers, my Lionheart subscriber. I'm so grateful for all the subscribers so far. We will get there. We will get there in due courses. Thank you again, and I hope you do enjoy this short film. I always said this fist was meant to punch, to destroy, to just move away. Just about anything might come in my path, as long as I could take back the pounding effect. But it has showed to me that this means power, courage, endurance, will, strength, togetherness. Black Lives Matter. Saying that just makes me feel powerful. I mean, honestly, Superman doesn't have nothing on me. I will never do anything to try to change this color. As a great president say, I didn't choose to be black. I was just born lucky. Check it out who said it, and let me know in the comment section. So guys, if you haven't yet, subscribe, share, comment. I think I've given you more than enough reason to keep the love going genuinely, and you continue to get more content. I'm always in search of doing something uplifting, mind-blowing, even controversial at that time. But as long as I live, you always get the full version. Honest, activist, run for Active X here at your service. I hope you do enjoy the rest of the short video. Thank you. Hi guys, what's up? I can't sleep for after 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Happy Father's Day, I was supposed to say. Happy Father's Day, Rose. Miss you. Sleep well. I've been thinking. Oh, by the way, this is I think anybody watching this should try it. Weed, marijuana, I should say. Soursop, leaf, neem, and cerci. Suit you need, calm the nerves. I definitely need some. So I'm not much of a sleeper guy. Something just keep bothering me, and by the looks of it, you know it already. George Floyd, may your soul rest in peace. No, there always been a talk say one man can't change the world. An example, George Floyd. And if you think that's not enough, just look on the notion of what I'm gonna give to you guys. Try imagine yourself in a small room, locked up with a mosquito, and see if that mosquito won't have you changing your mind. Try it. Or even trying to sleep with a mosquito then. I got that from Instagram, and the message was super powerful. No, with this lady, Jane Elliott, have been superb over these years, from way before I was born, being an activist of racism. Quoted that there's no such thing as black, white, or different race. It's just one human race. And I'm going through some of these words that she said. Voice, I didn't want to go into the motion of downloading stuff that is not mine, so I compiled some amount of audio with pictures dating. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys watch this, and I have also a 50-second clip. I hope you watched it. And information is the only way of these notion that is a black and white human against two different species. We are all one species. And by the looks of this, Jane Elliott, I've always said it best. You can search yourself on YouTube. Basically, what makes us different is our place on this planet. Hundreds of years ago, it was done said, further you move from the equator, likeliness, everything is about to going to change. Just as the same with us, we are close to it, so we adjust according to it has proven in science. So why not we're not using the science, guys? Why we're not using it? No, I just don't want to be taking all of this time talking, but I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you do, guys, give me a thumbs up, because I couldn't sleep. I had this thing on my mind for quite some time, and I just had to lay it down, put it. I'm trying to put it in this best format as best as possible, but I think I will do just the amount of justice. Black Lives Matters.
Now, you conducted the same exercise with adults.
Oh yeah.
And is it any different between the children and the adults?
Adults get more violent. I've been hit several times by white males, angry white males. I've had a knife pulled on me. They ran me out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania at midnight one night, 3 carloads of blacks did, to get me out of town because the teachers that I put through the exercise in a very limited way were so angry that they called the superintendent in the afternoon and said, if you don't get that bitch out of town, we're going to kill her. So they got me out of town. First time I've been scared. And the last time I've been scared. Because I found out that day that they could kill me, but they couldn't kill the idea. Victor Hugo said, no force on earth can stop an idea whose time has come. The idea of one race, the human race, is an idea whose time has come. We are not going to be able to stop it no matter what they do. They can elect Trump after Trump after Trump, and that will not stop the idea that there's only one race on the face of the earth. It's the human race, and we are all...
I want every white person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens. If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
So, if all white people are racist, according to you, can they be reprogrammed?
Of course they can. Of course they can. Of
How?
course they can be. It's called education. I'm an educator. The word educator comes from the root duc, which means lead, the prefix e, which means out, the suffix ate, which means the act of, and the suffix or, which means one who does. An educator is one who is engaged in the act of leading people out of ignorance. Now, I know you can change them. The second year I did the blue-eyed, brown-eyed exercise in my classroom, it was filmed by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. They gave me a copy of that film. I showed it to my father. My father was about 59 years old at the time. He's been a farmer all his life. He raised six kids, lost one. Raised six. Watched that film as a 59-year-old man. When it was over, he stood up, and with tears in his eyes, he took his red handkerchief out of the back pocket of his overalls, his bib overalls, and said, "I wish somebody had taught me that when I was 9 years old." Nobody had dare say to me, "This doesn't work. This is too harsh. This isn't necessary. You can't teach an old dog new tricks because they're wrong." You can teach an old dog new tricks. You can teach people to give up the myth of racism. Somebody taught the Greeks to give up the myth that the sun was a god in a golden chariot that went across the sky every morning. They believed that for hundreds of years. We have believed the myth of 3 or 4 races, different races in this country, for long enough. 572 years or something like that is enough of that. It was a lie to begin with.
Why do we hate?
We hate because we're taught to hate. We hate because we're ignorant. We're the product of ignorant people who have been taught an ignorant thing, which is that there are 4 or 5 different races. There are not 4 or 5 different races. There's only one race on the face of the earth, and we're all members of that race, the human race. But we have separated people into races so that some of us can see ourselves as superior to the others. We thought it would work, I guess. It hasn't worked. It has been bad for everyone. But it's time to get over this business. There is no gene for racism. There's no gene for bigotry. You're not born a bigot. You have to learn to be a bigot. Anything you learn, you can unlearn. It's time to unlearn our bigotry. It's time to get over this thing, and we best get over it pretty soon. I'm an educator, and it is my business as an educator to lead people out of ignorance. The ignorance of thinking that you're better or worse than someone else because of the amount of a pigment in your skin. Pigmentation in your skin has nothing to do with intelligence or with your worth as a human being. It's time to get over that.